It looks like we might be initiating the bull run. We shall see. However, I'm going to be talking about my top holdings for this bull run because it is inevitable. It is not a matter of whether or not it's going to happen, it's a matter of when. And it could be tomorrow. It could straight up be tomorrow. So, I'm going to drop this thing out for you guys. It looks like we're pretty much coming to a wrap up where things are going to start getting pretty freaking awesome, dude. So, first, I'm just going to underline the markets I'm in, the cryptocurrencies I'm invested in, and I'm going to give you a brief little bit of lessoning, a brief little lesson of what each crypto is and what you're actually buying. Because at the end of the day, what you are doing when you're buying cryptocurrencies is you are purchasing block space. You are purchasing a percent stake of ownership in a network. Bitcoin is very simple. You're buying block space in a 21 million apartment house that the entire world is going to live within. It is a place where people can store their hard-worked money through time and energy, and they can protect its purchasing power from governments, from currency debasement. They can transact it freely, instantly, internationally, without any middleman or intermediary or government disrupting that transaction. It has many qualities that solve many issues with with the current banking financial infrastructure of fiat currency. That's Bitcoin. Ethereum was a new technological revolution on top of Bitcoin and the blockchain network. And all Ethereum is, it's a layer 1, and it's a backbone where people can build applications that work within a decentralized network of transacting block space. Yeah, I really don't know what that. But what I do understand is that you can build applications using what are called smart contracts. This is what I understand. And what a smart contract allows for is it automates contracts. That's all it does. Is contract automation, where it's like a Zap. If you ever use Zapier automations, where action A is performed and action B is executed. Say you're playing a video game. When you kill 1,000 soldiers in this video game, you receive this reward. It's an automated contract. And people can build on these layer 1s. So Ethereum right now is the top dog. When you're buying Ethereum, you are buying block space in the Ethereum network, where then decentralized autonomous organizations, in other words, decentralized companies, groups of people that are building some kind of infrastructure or software or application on the Ethereum network, and they can build it for real world utility. An example, which we'll get into later, is it could be used for video games, gaming. Solana it's an Ethereum competitor, and they're all serviced for different kinds of applications that can be built on it. But Solana is known to have cheaper transactions, and it's a network that can handle more transactions in a shorter period of time. Because these networks, they can get jammed. And when there's more transactions that are being requested by its users than the network can handle, then we see large increases in the gas fees. And the gas fee is a transfer fee. That is what you pay when you are making a transaction within that network. Example of a real world gas fee is when you buy, you're going to a retail store and you're buying clothes with a credit card, the gas fee is 3%. The credit card company charges that business 3% for that transaction. And that's why crypto is great, because we're no longer going to need that middleman taking 3% cut of every single transaction to ever exist. They're stealing money day by day. So we're automating the banking system. We're increasing the number of transactions that can be handled in a shorter period of time for less money. Solana is another network where you can build applications within it. You can build smart contracts. You can build cool things, applications with real world utility, and you could do it on that network. Aptos is a third one. It's another layer 1 contracting platform. Now, the difference between Aptos, Solana, and Ethereum is Solana has been the best performer this bull run. Aptos is a competitor where it only has a $3 billion market cap, whereas Solana has a $74 billion market cap. So if Aptos were to reach the same market cap as Solana, that would be 12x, right? So the reason why I have Aptos in my portfolio is because it is a possible competitor that could overthrow Solana, for example, and have a much higher net return. However, the risk curve for investing in Solana, it's a lot less risky, and it enables a much more guaranteed return. However, that return may not be as high as Aptos. So, if I were to compare the percentage of, if I just looked at Solana Aptos, I am 10% Aptos and 90% Solana if I were to take my portfolio and cram it into those two. Immutable X is an application that has been built specifically for transactions within decentralized gaming network. It is part of the gaming infrastructure of the cryptocurrency world. And the beautiful thing, and here's a prediction I'm going to make, is every single video game to exist within 5 to 10 years from now is going to be built on the blockchain. The reason why is because it allows you to verify in-game ownership, transact with other players within that video game. You can do it instantly, cheaply. Because of Immutable X, it allows you to transact for free within that space, and you can do it securely with other players, and you can identify digital ownership of assets. So that is revolutionary when it comes to video games, because we have more than half the population, I believe, plays video games. So this is utility for 4 billion people. 4 billion people will possibly be using the Immutable X network if, per se, they become the market dominator, where every single video game built on the blockchain operates within the Immutable X transaction network. Just to give you perspective of the scale and possibilities of the return on the investment by being in this early. Illuvium is a project that is specifically a gaming studio. And what they've done is they've built 4 different video games. It actually comes out on July 25th, which is in about just a little bit less than 2 weeks from now. And I've been following that project for over 3 years now. And it is a gaming studio. It is decentralized, which means that it's a company that is hundreds of people throughout the entire world that work together to build the Illuvium gaming studio. And what you need to understand is like I said, you are buying block space within a network. So if millions of people, and I'm going to analogize this for you. It's coming out, Illuvium's coming out on July 25th. It's being launched on the Epic Game Store. So imagine if you owned a percentage of Fortnite, if you had block space in Fortnite when Fortnite was released, and you now have a percent stake ownership within that network. And if we look at Metcalfe's law, the value of the network is directly proportional to the number of people that operate within said network. And Fortnite onboarded millions and millions and millions and millions of players in a very short period of time. Now, imagine how valuable your block space would have become. That's what I'm buying into. Now, am I saying Illuvium's going to skyrocket to the moon like Fortnite? This is a very high-risk bet. Illuvium is the highest of high-risk bets that I am making. However, it is the highest on the risk curve, however, the highest in the possible profit margin curve. And you could tell because it is the lowest market cap out of all of the networks I'm invested in right now. Now, I got a couple of degen ones where I got a couple grand or two, and I just throw it in there and, hope I hit the lottery and I sell it at the right time. However, these are my concentrated bets. And rule number 1 when investing in crypto is do nothing. The winners do nothing. You succeed by just doing nothing. You just got to be patient. And right now, we're on the crisp of the bull run kicking off. And where the bull run's going to start is when Bitcoin pretty much hits, if it passes 75K. I mean, I would say that's the number. I mean, it hit 70, I think. And right now, we just need it to just boom, break 70K, hit 75, and it's really an upward trajectory from there. And show you if we were to bring it back to the previous bull run. So like this is where we were. Now this happened much faster. However, we were right here, and as soon as it passed, it had a little consolidation, and then it just skyrocketed, right? If we were to take it back to the previous bull run, the previous all-time high, we hit the all-time high. There was some consolidation, and then it skyrocketed. So where we are now is we are at the turning point of going to the moon. And those are my top holds, my top 5. And my goal right now is to just do nothing. I'm just hanging out, watching cryptos go. And here's the thing. It's all based on macro market trends. Cryptocurrency, it's an attention-driven market. And what you have to be wary of and pay attention to is the market's attention, people's attention. The best time to sell, when you should be selling, is when you go to the grocery store and you talk to the meat case guy and he's showing you his crypto portfolio. The reason why I'm being so specific about that is because I got into the crypto space in 2021 and I was buying near the bull market, and I remember vividly when Bitcoin was right here at 60K, and I was at Stop and Shop, and a dude starts showing me his crypto portfolio. The guy working the meat case. This dude slices meat for a living. And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm buying this, I'm buying that. He was showing me. He was like, I just 2x'd my money here, 3x'd my money there. What you have to remember, though, is at this point in time, somebody has already had a 6, 7x on Bitcoin. People have already made 100, 500, 1,000x on the degen coins. And those people are selling. And eventually, it's going to plummet again when the macro trends turn around, when the attention goes away. So remember, you want to buy when others are fearful, and you want to sell when others are greedy. And right now, if we look at the fear to greed index, it looks like people are becoming more greedy because they're becoming more bullish as of the last couple of days. I can't find that index. However, those are just the basic rules. Those are the basic rules. Don't use leverage. Don't put this shit on credit cards. Don't keep trading, swapping. Just buy and hold. Find 5 to 10 projects that you're actually interested in, where you think there's real life utility. You research the CEOs and the founders, and you've identified that they have had a successful track record and know how to operate a company, because that's ultimately what you're buying block space into. You are investing in a decentralized organization, a company that is organized. However, it is decentralized through the blockchain network. And the last rule is just be patient and sell when others are greedy. You're going to have to sell, not Bitcoin. I'm going to hold Bitcoin for the rest of my life. However, I'm going to have to sell Illuvium. I'm going to sell Immutable. I'm going to sell Aptos. I'm going to sell my Solana. I'm going to sell a lot of my Ethereum. And I'm going to move all of these into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is only 5% of my portfolio right now. The reason why is because these multiply more, and I want to make more. I'm willing to up my risk curve, increase my risk for a little bit higher of a return, because I'm very bullish that Ethereum is going to perform amazingly, that Solana is going to perform amazingly, and it's going to outperform Bitcoin. So that's the end of this video. Hope you guys got some value out of this. Peace.